does it compare to just early in the season where we're at?
Well, I was really, really happy after the first period. Like, I mean, I thought we played a really good team, and they might have been a little tired, but we didn't give them a lot, which was really good.
What did you mentioned them being tired, but the job that Nico's line and mostly Brodin and Spurgeon did against that top line, what did they do so well?
Well, they clogged up the neutral zone really well on him, and they pursued. They didn't allow McKinnon, for the most part, to carry the puck from end to end and make those dazzling plays that he's so used to making. And on the same token, I thought it could have been Brodin's best game of the year. Mm-hmm. And both those guys can really skate, Spurgeon and Brodin. And they need to when they play against a line like that.
Yeah, is that a nice response for your top players to try to go toe-to-toe with their top players? Maybe that's what...
Yeah, and you know, when I told them that was would happen, they said, good, we want the challenge.
The penalty killed the night, I mean, 6 for 6. Just.
Yeah, touch wood, it's been really good. You know, we finally got off the slide on the power play too, which was really well. And special teams in games like this win you games, and you know they were the difference, I thought.
What made you kind of tweak that all lefty unit there on that third period power play goal?
It wasn't working. Yeah. So, you know, you can only go with so long. I mean, Dean talked about it in between periods, and so he had a chance to talk to the guys and tell them we're going to change the units up a bit so that it wasn't just thrown over the boards. They knew what they were going to do. So, and you know, Granny was I thought our catalyst all night long. So I mean, we wanted to start with that unit for that reason.
He's kind of quietly been in that role though these last handful of games, right? Like,
yeah, don't tell anybody. It's just, you know, I mean, our team is quietly doing a good job.
How about Patterson and Sealer again? Just the hard-nosed plays, really all three zones the way that they're playing.
Yeah, I mean that's why we're not giving up a lot of goals. I mean, defending is really an important part of it. I mean, I think everybody would think we don't have maybe the firepower of the Maple Leafs, but at the same time we can defend, and our goaltending has been great. And in the end, I think great defending gets you pretty far.
Did you see Niederreiter take some steps in the positive direction tonight?
Yeah, once he got his assist, I thought he felt like he could get a couple chances, so coming a little closer.
Also, I think the third game in a row now, the coil's starting to really come on. That you have to be happy with that.
Really happy. Like, I think center's his spot. I mean. And for the sole reason that he's a big-bodied guy that can skate. And sometimes on the wing, any ex-centerman will tell you that it's easier to play wing because sometimes you don't have to do the skating down low and getting up top and that a centerman does. So when the centerman does do it, he gets into the game a little bit more.
A minute or two before Stahl's goal, Dumba had that big hit. Could you feel the life in the building pick up after that? Do you think it maybe contributed to them taking a penalty in response?
Well, when the life in the building gets going, then we get going. It's we're usually pretty quiet in the first period, and we played pretty quiet in the first period. And I've been here my third year, and when the energy is in the building and loud, it affects the players big time. So I mean, we want to keep that up.
Why, in your mind, does that take time? Because it does. You're right. It's consistent. Where if things get going, it seems good, but first period's tough. I think that is.
I don't have a reason unless they think it's a 7:30 game time. So I don't know. Obviously, we want to be able to start quicker. And, it's not like we're giving up a lot of goals in the first period. We're just not getting a lot of opportunities right now. So, but the main thing is if you get them later on, and when you need them. I think our third periods have been outstanding, and I think that's the fifth game this year or the fourth at least, that we've gone into the third period tied and came away, victorious. So that's important.
Are you still expecting Greenway to go to Vancouver?
Yes.
Especially after tonight?
Yes, he had a good game.
Did you, just the importance of this 5-game winning streak with 7 games in a row coming up, how much, was that critical?
I think it's critical because, other than tonight, no teams in the Central League usually lose. Mm-hmm. You can look at 6 games, and I think four of them had to lose. I don't know the St. Louis-Chicago game, but the other 3 teams lost tonight. So, it's one of those rare nights where we actually pick up ground on teams.
Mm-hmm.
Trip is how tough, Bruce, now?
Pardon me?
How tough is this trip that you're?
Well, you know what, it depends on how you look at it. We dissect it in that after 2 games, we come home, okay? And then we go to St. Louis and we come home. And then we have a 4-game road trip. We're together. So we're looking at it as a 2-game road trip. And, you know, and hopefully that makes it, in the eyes, not as daunting as, oh man, 7 games in 7 tough buildings. So